Picture this: you've worked for decades, saved carefully, and now you're finally in retirement. The big expenses are mostly behind you. No more commuting, no more daily work costs. But then, slowly and almost invisibly, the little things begin to chip away. A streaming service you barely watch, that forgotten subscription for vitamins, or the habit of swiping your card for every coffee out. These aren't major splurges, yet they can quietly drain retirement savings faster than you expect. Today, let's talk about how to protect your retirement nest egg from those everyday, small leaks. When people think about protecting their retirement savings, they often focus on big risks like market downturns or unexpected medical costs. But the truth is, it's usually the quiet, unnoticed habits that do the most damage over time. That's why the image of a leaky faucet fits so well. You don't notice the first drip. It's barely there, almost too small to matter. But when that drip continues for weeks or months, you suddenly realize a large bucket could have been filled with the water you lost. Retirement savings work the same way. It's not always the large, dramatic purchases that create stress. It's the steady stream of unnoticed small expenses. Take subscriptions, for example. During our working years, we tend to sign up for services without much thought because we're busy and convenience feels worth the price. Music streaming, fitness apps, premium TV packages. Each one is just a few dollars a month. But when retirement arrives, time slows down and routines change. Some of those services no longer fit our lifestyle, yet the payments keep leaving our accounts every month like that steady drip. For one couple, the surprise came when their daughter helped them review their bank statements. They were shocked to discover they were paying for multiple video streaming services, a magazine they hadn't read in 2 years, and an app subscription they didn't even remember downloading. The total wasn't staggering on paper, but over the course of a year, it added up to hundreds of dollars, money that could have gone toward meaningful experiences with family. The hardest part about these leaks is that they hide in plain sight. A single charge doesn't feel harmful. It's the repetition, the every month without thinking, that creates the drain. And because the amounts are small, people often overlook them. It's like hearing that faint drip in the kitchen sink and telling yourself you'll fix it later, until the water bill arrives and you finally notice the impact. The good news is, spotting and fixing these leaks can be empowering. Taking the time to review recurring charges or setting aside an afternoon to go over bank and credit card statements with a trusted family member can bring a sense of control. It's not just about cutting costs, it's about protecting peace of mind. Every leak you stop is like tightening the faucet handle, making sure your savings last for the things that truly matter: family gatherings, small adventures, or simply the comfort of knowing your nest egg is safe. Grocery shopping is one of those routines that seems harmless, even necessary, yet it's where some of the biggest financial leaks occur. The trap doesn't lie in the essentials like milk, bread, or vegetables. It's in the little extras that quietly sneak into the cart. You go in with a short list, but by the time you check out, there are chips, cookies, or a few buy one, get one deals you didn't plan on. It feels small in the moment, maybe just a few extra dollars, but repeated week after week, it builds into hundreds, even thousands, over the course of a year. That's why retirees often look back at their spending and realize food costs are higher than expected, even though they're cooking at home more than ever. What makes the grocery trap so subtle is how it ties into emotion. Stores are designed to pull at our impulses. The bakery smell drifting near the entrance, the colorful packaging at eye level, or the friendly reminder that you can earn bonus points if you spend just a little more. For someone on a fixed income, it becomes less about the food and more about how these little temptations chip away at savings. One retiree I spoke with joked that she went in for salad greens and left with enough snacks for a football party, even though it was just her and her husband at home. That extra 40 wasn't catastrophic, but over the year it added up to a few months of utility bills. One way to avoid this trap is by bringing accountability into the experience. Turning grocery shopping into a family activity can work wonders. Inviting an adult child or grandchild along not only makes it fun, but also keeps you more intentional with your choices. Kids especially have a way of noticing when you're about to buy something unnecessary. It becomes a shared activity rather than a solo habit, and the bonus is quality time together. A grandmother I know started bringing her granddaughter shopping once a month, and now it's their little tradition. The granddaughter learns about budgeting, and the grandmother feels more disciplined about sticking to her list. Ultimately, the grocery trap is less about food and more about awareness. A simple list, a little planning, and a touch of family involvement can transform a routine chore into a chance to save money and build connection. It reminds us that protecting retirement savings doesn't mean cutting joy. It often means redirecting it into areas that actually bring lasting happiness. Loyalty programs are everywhere, and for good reason. They promise rewards, discounts, and a sense of being valued as a customer. But for retirees watching their budgets, they can sometimes create the opposite effect, quietly encouraging spending instead of saving. The idea is simple: collect points, earn rewards, and get benefits. In practice, these programs can tempt people to buy things they don't really need, simply to reach the next reward tier or take advantage of a special offer. Over time, the extra purchases, driven by the allure of points, can add up to a meaningful drain on retirement savings. It's easy to see how this happens. Imagine a retiree who shops at the same grocery store every week and has a loyalty card. The store sends coupons for items they don't normally buy. Save $5 if you buy this brand. Offer might feel like a good deal in the moment. But if that item wasn't on the shopping list, the so-called saving is really an extra expense disguised as a bargain. Multiply that by several stores, promotions, or online programs, and the points chase becomes a subtle financial trap. What's interesting is how loyalty programs shape behavior without most people realizing it. It's a psychological pull. You want to maximize the points you've already earned, so you buy more or choose more expensive options. Retirees who pay attention often notice that the total savings promised by loyalty rewards rarely matches the extra spending required to earn them. The lesson here is that loyalty to a store or brand shouldn't outweigh loyalty to your budget. Being disciplined about where and how money is spent allows retirees to enjoy life without falling for the lure of points or discounts that come with strings attached. An overlooked approach is to track actual use rather than potential rewards. This might mean unsubscribing from programs that don't fit current needs, limiting purchases to what's genuinely necessary, and treating loyalty points as a bonus rather than a reason to spend. One retiree shared that she realized she was chasing points for a store she rarely visited. By canceling the card and simply focusing on mindful shopping, she freed up hundreds of dollars a year. Beyond the financial gain, it reduced stress and simplified life, making shopping feel intentional instead of transactional. The bigger picture is that these programs are tools, not mandates. When approached thoughtfully, they can be helpful, but when allowed to dictate behavior, they become hidden leaks in retirement finances. Protecting savings sometimes means stepping back and asking, is this card serving me, or am I serving it? That shift in perspective can quietly safeguard money while keeping daily life uncomplicated and satisfying. In retirement, the idea of convenience is appealing. After decades of work, it feels natural to seek ways to make life easier, whether that's ordering meals online, using delivery services, or paying for expedited shipping. On the surface, These habits seem small and harmless, even well-deserved. Yet over time, they can quietly add up, becoming subtle leaks in retirement savings. A couple of dollars here for a delivery fee, $5 there for a faster shipping option, and suddenly what seems like convenience becomes a consistent drain. The trick is that these expenses rarely feel urgent or necessary, so they often escape notice until they've accumulated into hundreds or even thousands of dollars over a year. One of the reasons convenience habits sneak up is that they often reward instant gratification. You're tired after a day of errands, or it's cold outside, so ordering dinner feels like a treat. It's easy to justify, and in moderation, it certainly can be. The challenge arises when small conveniences become default behaviors rather than occasional indulgences. A retiree I know realized she was ordering takeout twice a week, thinking it saved her time and effort. When she reviewed her monthly spending, she was startled to see over $300 a month disappearing on meals she could have prepared at home. The realization wasn't meant to induce guilt, but to illustrate how small habits compound over time. The good news is that these habits are also opportunities. By slightly shifting perspective, convenience doesn't have to come at the cost of savings. Cooking simple meals at home, perhaps turning it into a shared activity with grandchildren or adult children, can replace takeout without sacrificing enjoyment. Preparing meals together becomes more than a financial decision. It becomes a bonding experience, a chance to pass on family recipes or traditions, and an opportunity for storytelling in the kitchen. What started as a habit that drained money transforms into something meaningful, creating memories while preserving savings. The broader lesson is that convenience is not inherently negative, but mindfulness matters. Being aware of which habits are habitual versus intentional allows retirees to make small adjustments that add up to significant financial protection. Over time, minor changes like reducing delivery frequency, planning meals ahead, or setting limits on expedited shipping fees can free up resources for more rewarding experiences. Travel, hobbies, gifts, or simply the security of knowing your savings are being respected. Protecting retirement money isn't about giving up comfort, it's about aligning convenience with intention. Sometimes the most obvious leaks in retirement savings are hidden in plain sight, right inside your own home. Many retirees accumulate items over the years: kitchen gadgets, duplicate towels, unopened gifts, or miscellaneous tools that are rarely used. These forgotten items are more than just clutter. They represent past spending that didn't provide lasting value. Every unopened package or unused purchase is a silent reminder of money that left your savings without creating real benefit. The forgotten drawer test is a simple way to bring awareness to this pattern. By opening a drawer, cabinet, or closet and taking stock of what's inside, you can see firsthand how much money quietly disappears over time through small, unnecessary purchases. What makes this test effective is its visual impact. It's one thing to know intellectually that extra spending adds up, but seeing a drawer filled with unused gadgets or unopened kitchen appliances gives the concept a tangible form. One retiree described the experience as "little wake-up call in the kitchen." She realized that her pantry had items she bought during a busy season when she felt she needed to stock up, but she never used half of them. By simply recognizing what was already available, she avoided buying replacements or additional extras, immediately reducing waste and unnecessary spending. The test also carries an unexpected benefit beyond financial awareness. Going through forgotten drawers encourages mindfulness about what we truly need and value. It creates a moment to reflect on habits that may have developed over years of busy schedules or impulsive decisions. It often sparks conversations with family members, adult children or grandchildren, about what items to keep, what to donate, or how to repurpose things creatively. This not only helps control spending, but strengthens connections across generations, turning a small financial exercise into a shared experience. Another subtle advantage is the mindset shift it inspires. Instead of constantly chasing new purchases or worrying about missing out, retirees begin to recognize that enough is often more than enough. That awareness builds discipline and reinforces a sense of control over finances. By acknowledging the silent leaks hidden in drawers, cabinets, and closets, retirees can take proactive steps to protect their savings. Each drawer revisited, each item reassessed, becomes part of a larger habit of thoughtful spending, helping to ensure that money goes toward experiences and priorities that truly matter rather than disappearing quietly in forgotten corners of the home. One of the most overlooked areas where retirement savings quietly leak is household energy use. It's easy to ignore because the amounts seem small and the bills come monthly without much thought. Yet over time, inefficient habits and older appliances can quietly drain hundreds or even thousands of dollars from your savings. Leaving lights on, running appliances unnecessarily, or letting electronics stay in standby mode may feel trivial, but these small, repeated actions add up. For retirees, paying attention to these details can make a significant difference without sacrificing comfort. Many retirees are surprised to discover how simple adjustments can yield noticeable savings. Swapping out incandescent bulbs for energy-efficient LED lights is a classic example. The upfront cost is minimal, and the bulbs last much longer, which reduces both the frequency of replacement and monthly electricity usage. One couple I spoke with replaced all their bulbs and found that over the course of a year, their energy bill dropped significantly. While it may seem like a small victory at first, compounded over a decade, that savings can amount to thousands of dollars, money that can be redirected toward travel, hobbies, or family outings. Another area often overlooked is appliance efficiency. Older refrigerators, water heaters, and air conditioning units can consume far more energy than modern equivalents. Regular maintenance, such as cleaning filters, checking seals, or defrosting freezers, keeps appliances running efficiently and reduces unnecessary costs. Small habits like turning off the television when it's not in use, unplugging chargers, or setting the thermostat slightly lower in winter or higher in summer may seem insignificant, but they can make a measurable difference on monthly bills. What makes this approach especially effective is that it combines financial awareness with simple lifestyle adjustments. Retirees who track their energy usage often feel empowered by the tangible control they gain over spending. It transforms the abstract concept of saving money into actionable steps that fit seamlessly into daily life. In addition, involving family members can turn energy management into a fun, shared challenge, reinforcing healthy habits and building intergenerational awareness about sustainability and budgeting. Ultimately, becoming an energy bill whisperer is about mindfulness. It's about noticing small leaks, taking proactive steps, and understanding that protecting retirement savings doesn't always require big sacrifices. Simple, consistent actions around energy use can quietly safeguard your nest egg, giving both financial freedom and the satisfaction of running a household more efficiently while still enjoying all the comforts retirement has to offer. The truth is, protecting retirement savings isn't only about the big financial moves. It's about plugging the little leaks, the habits, subscriptions, and choices that quietly eat away at security. And the best part, many of these solutions come with unexpected joys: family meals instead of takeout, shared grocery trips, and a home that feels lighter and less cluttered. So, here's my question for you. What's one small leak you've noticed in your own spending, and how did you patch it? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas, and you may inspire someone else too. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more family-focused tips on saving, bonding, and thriving in retirement.